House Republicans are looking to continue their investigations into the January 6th riot at the Capitol, this time turning their attention to security personnel. Representative Barry Loudermilk is angling to create a House subcommittee in the next Congress to continue investigating the Capitol riot. Loudermilk was tapped by then Speaker Kevin McCarthy to lead the investigation into the Democratic-controlled January 6th committee shortly after Republicans took control of the House in 2023. Republicans decried the initial January 6th committee as being weaponized against the GOP, which ultimately resulted in what Loudermilk considered a, quote, false report. He says the new subcommittee would comprise both Republicans and Democrats in order to avoid partisanship or political weaponization. The push comes as DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz released a report debunking January 6 theories from lawmakers and commentators on the right. The theory pushed by Tucker Carlson and Marjorie Taylor Greene was that the FBI had undercover agents who incited violence in the January 6 riot crowd.
That is an alarming bit of information. Obviously, we will be digging into it further, and I'll be requesting classified briefings on that. If that is indeed the case, we got to get down to the bottom of that immediately.
Ray Epps, who was present on January 6 and prosecuted for his actions, became a focal point for the theory. The Department of Justice denied in court documents that he ever worked for the government aside from a 4-year stint in the Marines in the 1980s.
Do you have evidence of the number of confidential human sources that were operating on the Capitol grounds on January 6th?
Our report will include the information in that regard.
Horowitz's report showed the FBI had no undercover agents present at the Capitol riots. Horowitz said the FBI had 26 confidential, mostly unpaid human sources in Washington, D.C. on January 6 in connection with the riot. While the FBI had used the sources to help prepare for January 6, the Bureau had only assigned 3 of them to be in Washington that day. The others had not been tasked by the FBI with being there, Horowitz said. 4 of the 26 sources entered the Capitol building, and another 13 crossed into restricted areas around the Capitol. No sources have been convicted for actions taken on January 6, 2021. By Horowitz's account, Epps could not have been one of the confidential human sources since Epps did face a charge. Horowitz emphasized the Bureau did not direct any sources to, quote, engage others to commit illegal acts on January 6.